Everybody, if y'all ready to turn up, say turn up. I represent being exactly who you are in your authenticity, no matter what the people or judgment that comes up against you. You brace it with grace, you brace it with courage, and at the end of the day, you say, how you doing? Woo!
I'm gonna smoke goddamn cabbage. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It has come to my motherfucking goddamn gay attention that somebody else has clocked Lil Nas X and not being as feminine as he portrays himself.
But now it's the problem.
Okay, so this article, hush, stop the booing. Okay, I know how we are about people being disingenuous about who they are. But this actually hit the shade room. Lil Nas X recently performed somewhere where he had a low ponytail and was wearing some blue booty shorts. Somebody who I guess made a tweet about his demeanor in this, and they say this: I feel like he's not really gay or not really that feminine. It is forced. Woo!
Not today, Satan. Not today, neck. Not today, ankles. We don't have it.
Okay, he then rebuttals to that by saying that, oh no, guys, it's the estrogen police. Okay. So we've talked about this before, but I don't know if I tangibly posted a reading about this. So this is my opportunity to say how you doing.
How you doing?
In my personal opinion, I do not feel Lil Nas X is as feminine as he portrays. I don't. And that's coming from a gender non-binary flamboyant LGBT member of the community. I do not feel like Lil Nas X is as gay as he is putting on to be. I do not. Coming from somebody who was raised in the South, who at 16 years old decided to wear my mother's dress to fucking school, and I look good as the breakfast.
Oh, the breakfast.
Coming from a homosexual who loves to suck dick.
I love sucking dick, bitch.
Okay. I do not feel it is a genuine energy that is portrayed unto us. When Lil Nas X first came out, he came out as a cowboy. Give me cowboy emojis in the comment section.
I spelled Puerto Rican in this.
Okay, he wasn't a Puerto Rican cowboy. He was taking his horse to the Old Town motherfucking road.
Hey, you heard about the good news?
Okay, since that time period, we have seen him embrace a level of sexuality and almost, I'm not going to say force it, but he was adorned in ways that I feel like Lady Gaga was adorned when she first came out. You know, they become a muse for their labels. They become a muse for people who are creating something on them. And the goal is, again, to make money. Okay, keep in mind that the Old Town Road single that he came out with was the first time we saw a black man, okay, do a country record and get notoriety for it. Okay. If I know anything about the country industry, that it is very few black people in, I feel like in a lot of ways they had to demasculinize the black man for the masses because we were entering into a genre of music that honestly we started from bluegrass. If you want to know the truth of music theory, bluegrass was the beginning of it, and that was when slaves were freed and they had developed their own style of music down here in the South or whatever. And then it was appropriated by the Caucasian people and then spun up to create country music. So, in America, the black man or black people have been stereotypically less than or shamed or humiliated for embracing a certain side of them. And with actors even, I look up conspiracy theory. Martin Lawrence played Big Mama. He demasculized himself. Jamie Foxx as Shanae, okay? And I'm the real Shanae, bitch.
Wait a damn
So let's
minute.
get it twisted. Tyler Perry with Medea. It's always a black man demasculinizing themselves. And with Lil Nas X, I feel like he entered into an arena, became famous very quickly signed on the dotted line in blood. I'm not going to say that that's what he did, but you guys know the conspiracies therein. Okay. Okay, thank God y'all still here. And then all of a sudden, you are this raging homosexual, booty twerking, has a song with Jack Harlow, who's also an up-and-coming artist. And the next thing you know, you gay as fucking Bo Biden.
Dick do be tasting better after it come out my...
Okay. Going back to the initial thesis of what I'm saying, I do not believe Lil Nas X is as gay as he is. I don't know what his sexuality is. I do feel like you have to be a confident person to parade around like you're parading around. But I'm also say this, the homosexual community is divided. We are not in unison here. The LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ community, we have so many labels because we are not one conglomerate. There are subcultures underneath the counterculture that are being homosexuality, and we are not united. A lot of the feminine homosexual male community in the black essence can see right through that motherfucking bullshit. Okay? Because we're the ones who actually adorned ourselves like this without the clout or the attention. Now, to be different in society, to adorn yourself differently, you do have that attention craving spirit. I had to embrace that about myself. Okay? I do love attention. If you seek to be a celebrity, then you do crave attention. But see, where I fucked up it was I wanted the attention, but I wasn't feeding them anything. If you take it to the industry, they get this attention. Corporations use their influence to push particular narratives, and they get compensation from that. I will say that I believe that the portrayal of his sexuality is forced. I also believe that he is not as gay as he appears to be. I guess you could say, supporting my point that I just made, he just had to apologize to the transgender community, okay, which is feminine to the point you actually want to change your gender or you believe that you were born in the wrong gender. He had to apologize to them because you're so far removed from the LGBT community, which again supports my point, and I don't believe you're as feminine as you say. I just don't. And it's like, when I see you on scene, Lil Nas X, I can't clap for you like I clap for La Roach. I can't. I can't clap for the flamboyance of your clothing when you still have a mustache and a beard, but I'm not a fan of a butch. It does not feel authentic. So I'm going to read to see if it actually is or if it is not. But coming from my 33-year-old nigga bitch up in geesh androgynous perspective, you bullshitting. But let's see what the cards got to say.
Let's get ready to rumble!
And before I read this, I see a comment that says, why not Bootz? He's playing the game. Yes, but it hits a little bit more personally for me because I've been persecuted for being who I am. Okay? I feel like if you are going to flaunt something, that being a sexuality, you have to keep in mind people have journeyed through a struggle in becoming accepted in their reality. It's people like myself, it's people like B. Scott, it's people like Lawrence, it's people like Derek J who do the work on the ground. You know, he's basically taking that work, putting on a dress, and saying, look at me, for coin from his providers. That's not cool. That's not cool. And that's why I'm calling it out. So, first question, is Lil Nas X gay? This says he's confused. He don't know what the fuck he is. Okay, as you can see quite literally with the Dutron Tarot card upright, this is suggesting that he is still on a journey of finding out exactly who he is. Has he ever sucked a dick before?
I love sucking dick, bitch.
Pure shows up in reverse. Now, I said upright that was Bow Wow's Badussi on that one reading. In reverse, he motherfucking sucks a dick. Sucks a dick. Sucks a dick. Is all of this forced because of industry ties? Definitely. 100 fucking percent. 100%. 100 fucking percent. 100 fucking percent. I believe believe that the industry warped him into being somebody who is, portraying themselves in the way that they're portraying themselves. And I will also say this, Lil Nas X. At first, I said you weren't a good artist. I take that back. I do like your music. Your music is actually good. It's actually good. Okay. Are you doing this for the love of music? Bully Bootz shows up upright. He's doing this for a coin. He's doing this for a coin. I feel like when you're passionate about something, you don't care what you have on as long as you can do that. And I think that you are coming from a passion-filled place. It will be interesting to see you in like your 40s and 50s, though. I don't feel like you're going to retain this aesthetic like Dennis Rodman did. And Dennis Rodman was playing with androgynous clothing and things of that nature as well during his come up. And he was a basketball star. Interesting, right? A high-paid basketball star all of a sudden wants to show up in a goddamn wedding dress. Was that the industry or was that really Dennis Rodman? One thing you don't have to worry about with me, though, this is me. And this is me. Okay? You're going to get this at the top. You're going to get this at the bottom. Okay? And I think in the industry right now, that is what we're missing. We're missing the authenticity from our artists. They're all getting ass shots and BBLs. And, I miss the Erykah Badu days, and the India Ari days and the Angie Stone days. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can't even listen to a song without a fucking sample. Like, okay. But what I will tell you is that every song on my album was written, produced, and recorded by myself, and it's good as The Breakfast.
Oh, The Breakfast. Okay.
And honestly, at this point, I really don't care about becoming mainstream famous as long as my fans like it, and they can accept me for the authenticity that my music is. So that's what I say about Lil Nas X Next Door.